Oh, hello there. So welcome back to Rhyme's Digital Marketing Explained series. What we've been doing is just kind of trying to break down some complex digital marketing terms into, stuff that everyday people can understand. We work with a lot of different types of clients and a lot of types of industries, and we just want to make sure that all our clients always understand what it is that they're doing when they're purchase digital marketing. Essentially, what I wanted to talk about today was you may have noticed this, on your local news every morning, evening, and pretty much around the clock, they're asking you to download their app. Download their app. Download the app. Download the app. Please download our app. You're going to want to download our app. And basically some people might wonder, why do they always want me to download their app? You may have that app installed on your phone. You may not know what it's actually doing. Essentially what local news companies are around here, we have several, Western Mass News, 22 News and such. They are owned by much larger parent companies, and these parent companies have different media brands you may be familiar with. Some of them are just like national magazines, websites, and things that people might go to. Basically, they're large publishers for a lot of different types of content, and that content is geared towards different types of audiences, different types of people. And so what they're essentially doing at the local level by getting you to download their app is tapping you into their much larger advertising network. So when you download the local news app, sure, you get great weather updates. You might get the same news and information that they might be talking about on their local broadcast. But the biggest thing is that you now become an identifiable advertising metric, that they can see what you're doing on the app. They can see what they might be doing across different types of apps, depending on what platform you're using. And really, it's all downloading that app is kind of step one into getting some information from you about what you're into, where you might be going, where you might be shopping, what other websites you might be looking at. And they're taking and aggregating all that information and using it for advertising purposes. It's as simple as that. They come out with new versions of the app every couple years, and basically it looks a little shinier, a little better than the previous one, but they've added a ton more in terms of tracking information about what they're using from you. That's really what it boils down to. One of the things that we're able to do as a result of some of this is, basically target users in a specific geographical location. That's kind of probably a very standard thing when it comes to digital advertising, is being able to say, hey, I want to target people who are in this particular geographic radius, which happens to be an extra large diagram of Massachusetts, the size of the entirety of New England. And basically, it was one of the things that, if you allow the app to track your location in the background, you will essentially be giving your location data to the advertisers so that they can, whenever you're using the app, they know exactly where you are at any given point in time. They might even know where you are when you're not using the app if you let them track background data. It's really important to, whenever you see the little pop-up now, especially on Apple iPhones, that says ask app not to track, you're essentially limiting what they can do with that information. They can only really collect it to serve you things within the app, and they can't take that data and share it across all of their different brands and apps and things like that. So very important thing to consider with the next time you see that pop up. We just really want to make sure that all of our clients understand and basically are aware of all the different technologies and the things that are involved in some of these advertising programs that they're getting into, because the reality is that the digital advertising is a little bit of a magic box, and all this data goes into this big old, cloud entity, and what's being done with it? Well, the truth is it's being bought and sold by different parties. Some of that data then gets watered down in different ways and attributed to different brands in different ways, and it's you want to make sure that you're dealing with the best quality data as an advertiser that you possibly can, which is usually first-hand data, which is why they get you to download the app so that they can use it themselves directly. So basically, the next time the local news asks you to download your app, just pay attention. Just count how many times that they're asking you to download their app. There's a reason for it. They really want you to do that for advertising purposes, because it all comes back to the parent company. Hopefully this was helpful and informative. Stay tuned for more videos on Rhyme Digital Marketing Explained.